Hi guys, here are 3 steps to making healthy choices for yourself when you go to eat out without ending up then overeating later or overeating at the restaurant or feeling guilty about what you ate, okay? So if you're somebody who you find that often or all the time when you go out to eat, it's just this constant mess in your head about, oh my God, what's the best, healthiest option? How do I avoid having the thing that is going to be bad for me? And it's either you end up getting what you think is the healthiest option, only to then go home and overeat or binge on unhealthy things anyway, or you get the unhealthy option or the thing you consider bad while you're at the restaurant and you ended up eating more and feeling guilty about it later. If either of those are you, then this video is for you. We're gonna help you break that pattern, okay? Okay, so the first step seems kind of counterintuitive, but I promise you it will work when you have all 3 steps. The first step is choice. You wanna give yourself choice, and that means permission to choose whatever you want to eat. You've got to remember that eating out one time, enjoying your food, is not going to make or break a lifetime of eating, okay? You want to give yourself that choice to pick something that is not only going to be considering, okay, that you want to feel good, that you want to feel healthy, but also considering that you want pleasure in your life, that you want to have fun sometimes. What permission does is it eliminates this Last Supper mentality, this thought in your head that probably happens that this is the only time you're going to get to eat this delicious food, and then you better make up for it later. If you're finding you're having thoughts like that, then what we need to do is stop listening to those and just take a breath, give yourself permission to have what you want. I promise you, if you give yourself that permission, you're gonna probably make a better choice especially in the long run, and you're going to make it more consciously because you're gonna feel calmer and more safe, and you're not going to feel so much of an urge to adjust for it or overeat later, okay? So step 1 is choice. Step 2 is connection. What you want to do is get connected with your body and your goals. So it's not about restricting, but it is about considering both what you want in your life as far as joy, pleasure, and your overall health. You want to ask yourself, okay, how do I want to feel when I'm having this food? If I eat a bunch of cheese, maybe I'll feel, maybe I did that before and I felt actually my stomach was all constipated and feeling sick later, and I don't want to feel that way again. So I'm going to consider that. But maybe also it wasn't really I'd like a little ice cream, and maybe that'll make me feel a little icky, but overall I'm going to be fine and I'd like to enjoy it, okay? So get connected with what your desires are, how you want to feel, what works for you and what doesn't in your body, okay? And that you figure that out through some trial and error, and what you want to enjoy now. So I'll give you an example too in my own life. So oftentimes when I go to the restaurant and maybe I want today to have some pizza because I like pizza sometimes, okay? Depending on the pizza. I'm very picky, okay? But I want some pizza, cool. That's got a lot of cheese and sometimes a lot of meat and stuff, and maybe I want more veggies. So I'll ask for extra veggies to go with that so that I'm not feeling constipated later, so that I have some fiber in that meal. Or maybe I want a pasta dish, cool. But I also want to feel satisfied, and I know just a bunch of carbs without some protein and fiber is not going to make me feel very satisfied. So I'll ask for, a salad or some extra chicken in the dish or what have you. Another option is I might just have some freaking pasta, enjoy it, and then know that I'm going to eat more protein and fiber later in the rest of my day/week, okay? So that's a reminder to keep in mind step number 1, which is choice, permission. So the last piece to this, number 3, is curiosity. So you want to stay curious instead of full of judgment. And this is really the thing that eliminates guilt, okay? Maybe you make a choice, okay, because you have permission to choose what you want. And you think afterwards, you think, you know what, that wasn't the best choice for me. Maybe it was a little too much. Or maybe my stomach didn't do well with the tomato sauce or whatever. And you can adjust in the future. Just stay curious rather than judging yourself for it, telling yourself you're bad or wrong. Most of the time, excess eating, overeating, binge eating is caused by deprivation, whether that's mental or physical. And if you focus on anything, just focus on getting your needs met, getting a full, complete, balanced meal most of the time, getting all of your macros, your proteins, your fats, your complex carbs, but staying curious about what works for you and what doesn't. This isn't about perfection. It's about doing what works in the long run. It's not perfect in the moment. It's staying curious about how you can learn from each win you have, each trial you have, each struggle you have. You know, you trial and error through it, and over time, you'll get better and better at making the right choices for you and your body. All right, that's all I've got for you today. In conclusion, a reminder here, guilt is really about judging yourself and worrying that you failed yourself somehow. So when you have, first, permission to eat, and then second, you're connecting to your body and your goals and what you want for your health in your life. And then 3, you're staying curious instead of judging yourself. That guilt will disappear. And you'll start making healthier choices more consistently that last you a lifetime.